Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm Sue. Beautiful fall day out there. We've had windy conditions. I'd show it, the beautiful fall colors, but they all came down with the wind and some rain. We haven't had a frost yet. Highly unusual because our average first frost date is around the middle of October. I think last year we didn't have a frost until just about Halloween, just a few days ago. So this is stretching into November. Fairly exciting, I do suppose. I still am cleaning up my garden, doing a few things outside, so it makes it a little less stressful, a little less a need to get things done. Although I'm not harvesting anything from the garden anymore. Although, no, take that back. There are some kale plants out there. And there's one or two cherry tomato plants that are still turning colors. But those I'll just pick randomly and I'll just toss them to the chickens. They like them. I've had my fill of cherry tomatoes for the season. But we're in the kitchen today. And I welcome you. If you haven't been here before, welcome. And welcome back to those that follow the channel. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Today we are talking comfort food. And I like to do a lot of mixes, things that I'll have on hand, ready to go, and I won't have to spend long hours preparing. I can just sort of put things together and be ready to go. Everybody is very aware in the past, if they grew up, about Campbell's cream of soup, right? You have cream of mushroom soup, you have cream of celery, cream of chicken, cremas. But what I have come across are a number of dry mixes that you can use to reconstitute, to use in those recipes that call for that. Now, I don't use those as a regular soup to eat. Those are usually incorporated into casseroles and things like that. So there have been any number of these online. And I've tried a few, and I have, mixed a few up, and I've come to kind of a conglomeration in my own special mix that I will mix up to use in those different recipes. So let's get started, and I'll show you the ingredients that I all mixed together, and then at the end, I'll make one. Because my husband actually likes cream of mushroom soup plain. I'm not a fan, but for him, I will make, on this rather cool day for lunch, I will make him a nice, probably a pot of cream of mushroom soup. So let's get going. We're going to start with ingredients. The big one is powdered milk, dry powdered milk. This is a great staple to have on hand in emergencies. We've even at times had to use this when we couldn't buy milk in the stores. Things were short, and it's a great long-lasting staple to have in your pantry. So we are going to start with 1.5 cups of powdered dry milk. Next ingredients, cornstarch. For those of you that are gluten-free, this is totally gluten-free. Flour is not used as a thickener. Cornstarch is used as a thickener. So if you have a need for a gluten-free diet, this recipe will fit very well into your meal planning. So cornstarch. We have 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Next would be onion flakes. I have a number of onion flakes here that I've dried onions, and I also have some onion powder that was ground up from the onion flakes. So either one, onion flakes, 3 tablespoons of onion flakes, or 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And that's what I'm going to use right now. And then we're going to have some chicken bouillon in this one. And we're going to go with 3 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Next up would be 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. So, I don't chop up my dry thyme or grind it up. I do that at the very last moment, which I'm doing now. Dried thyme. You can also add oregano, or both, or even just a mixture of any Italian herbs. I'm going to stick with thyme for this at this time. Garlic powder. We're going to go with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. This is from my garden. I dried the garlic and powdered them up. We're going to have 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And 1/2 teaspoon of parsley. This parsley I got out of my garden not too long ago, just a couple days ago. And I am going to, it's been dried, and I'm going to chop it up. Just 1/2 teaspoon of parsley. Now, parsley loves cold weather, and if your climate is not too cold, not too dipping into the minus degrees Fahrenheit, that should last you all year out in your garden. And if you planted it this past season, harvest it throughout the winter, but then again next spring and summer it will bolt and go to seed. It is a biennial, so it's going to produce its flowers and seed in the 2nd year. Those are all the ingredients that you need. I don't put any salt in this at all. I usually prefer to salt my dishes to taste at the end. This is all going to be mixed up, incorporated thoroughly. I have a nice airtight jar to put this in. So all mixed up in an airtight jar, and this should last, probably at least 6 months or so in your pantry. Now, in order to make it into that special cream of whatever type of soup, you have some optional ingredients that will make it into that special kind of soup. Today I'm going to do the mushrooms, so it would be cream of mushroom. Also, you can do broccoli and celery and cheese. Chicken would be a good one, potatoes, and even tomatoes. And with tomatoes, I would use my tomato powder, and would give it just a little hint of that sweet tomato flavor. I can see a casserole with pasta in it and cheese on top, maybe a little chicken added with it. Lots of the possibilities are endless. So optional ingredients, will go in now when we are going to be making the soup on the stove. Come on with me. I'm going to make up a bowl of cream of mushroom soup for my husband for lunch. So over to the stove we go, and we are going to mix up some of this. So you're going to take 1/3 of a cup of well mixed cream of whatever soup. And to that, we're going to add 1 cup of either water or broth. Now I have some broth here. I'm going to be using a good deal of this broth in another recipe later on today. So I'm going to do kind of a half and half mixture here, because in my mix, I did put chicken bouillon in here. So I'm not going to do it full strength broth. Mix this up to incorporate. And I have a 1/2 cup of dried mushrooms. So simple. A medium to a medium high heat. Let those mushrooms reabsorb some of that moisture. See, you can see it's really starting to thicken up after just about a minute or two. Now at this point, this is that really condensed form of soup. So if you're eating it straight as a soup, remember in the Campbell's, you usually add another can full of a liquid. And at this point, I might add more water. I could add milk, or I could add stock or broth or something like that, which is what I will do. And then heat it so it will be served as a soup then. But this is concentrated at this point, so it is super flavorful. Let's see. Oh, so good. The mushroom flavor is intense. Okay, I think maybe I will add I guess it would be another cup of liquid. And again, I'll do half and half of the broth and water. There we go. Okay, I'm going to let that come up to a simmer. It'll probably thicken a little bit more, and that's lunch. Okay, doesn't that look good? It really smells good. Very intensely mushroom. I think I put more than a 1/2 cup of mushroom in here. But I'm going to take a sneak taste of this. Oh, wow. That is so good. So try it out. Have this as a staple. Make a cream of whatever soup mix in your pantry. It'll make you happy. It can serve many multi-purposes. So give it a try. The possibilities are endless. So thanks for following along on this video. Stay tuned. I have more mixes coming up. I'm hoping that you're going to like the next one in line. So follow along, subscribe if you haven't, give me a thumbs up, and until the next time that we can go cooking in the kitchen, bye.